Good morning. Okay, I'm trying to bring my tablet down here so that I just noticed yesterday on the rewatching the video that everything seems so high to you, and I'm trying to get it so that hopefully you will be able to see better what my hands are actually doing down here. So I'm hoping this is going to be good enough. And yeah, I seem to be on screen there. Okay, so today the iris fold that we're doing is a rectangle, and I will post the rectangle up on my page as well so that you can try this one as well. So the papers that I chose are the origami papers again. They are all strawberries, but they're in pink with white and yellow flowers, and blue with white and yellow flowers, yellow with pink and white flowers, and green with pink and white flowers. So we have, again, we are going with the 4 section. All right, get this tape going here. Put this up in corners so that we don't go all haywire. Now I'm hoping that if I just kind of keep this here, we'll be okay and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I went ahead before I came on, while I was having my coffee and everything, I went ahead and I cut strips, and it looks like I cut them just a little too small because I used my cutter instead of just my knife, which is bad. So anyway, I'm going to cut the rectangle out now. This is the one that we're doing. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So okay, this is the one we're doing, and it's got colors options 1 to 4 plus the holographic or iris, and then colors 5. And it does say on here these are only suggested color schemes. Create your own color schemes for your original piece. So that's why I've been doing them with magazines. The next time I think I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it with painty papers and show you what your painty papers can do, because everybody's are different. So we'll get that off to the side. I do have the color thing here, but first I need to cut this out. This one should be fairly easy because I can use my ruler, and if Fred just stays where he is and stops playing with the mouse, because that's Mummy's mouse, not his mouse. And I don't want to go bigger or longer than what this is. So I have to be very careful coming down. There. And it looks like I went a little too long. So some of them are easy to cut out with just your knife and a ruler. See, how did we do there? We're just going to come a little bit extra here. And then, oops, shoot. Well, it won't matter much. And then go up this one. So there. Make sure we're getting under. And then this one. Then we will have our pattern ready to go. I think that should just lift right out. Or we've got a spot here who's not quite ready to let go. We'll come back and get that. There. So now we're going to take this off for a second. I'm sorry, I still have really shaky hands this week, and I don't know why. I just wish they would, go away. go back to the way they used to be, and I don't know how to get them that way after that car accident. It's like as soon as my neck and shoulders get tight, so do they. They get shaky. My neck gets shaky. Now, like I said, keep all of these, all of your silhouettes, like I've kept every one. I think the only one I haven't put into its sleeve yet is the oval that we did yesterday. So I will do these two after the stream, and I will put them away. And okay, I want to lift this up because I want that under. And same here, just to get it under. There. So now that's going to hold. And now there's the picture of the rectangle, and I think you can see that. The colors don't come out that great when it's a copy and then you print it, but it's got like a pink, a light pink, looks like a brown and a white, and then yellow and blue, and then a pattern for the iris. But we are using pattern paper. So now what we need to do here is, okay, where did I put my pen yesterday? There it is. Have a sip of my coffee before it goes cold on me again. That's good. Need coffee. Okay, so in section 1, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now this is what we talked about. You still need to go around the numbers in numerical order. So color 1 and then color 2 continues on with 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3 is 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 4 is 13, 14, 15, and 16. And let's check to make sure 16 and 18 on this one. There's 16, and there's the 18, and it is an 18. So, good. We don't have a misprint like we did yesterday. They do look awfully close. This just seems like it's a little off shape here, so just want to get it laid down properly. Yeah. And then this one, my hands don't help at all here. Maybe I'll try it with my better hand. Lay this hand down and hope the shaking will ease for a second. There. Okay. There. Okay. So now what we want to do is decide on the colors. Which one's gonna go where? So I think these are the 4 we have to choose from. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I think I'm going to put green. Come on, pen. Why is it you always get a pen that doesn't want to write? I'll put green in number 1. So that'll be the first color. And then I will put, well, I think I'm going to go in the order that I've got them here, kind of, I think. Unless this would be better there. Let's see. Green, yellow, pink, and blue. Yeah. Green, yellow, pink, and blue. I think that looks good. That order of the colors looks okay. So we'll go with that. Now I cut all my papers at the same time. They all turned out a little small. So let's pink, blue, yellow, pink, blue, yellow, green, blue, yellow, green, pink, blue, yellow, green. So we're going to have to pray. Well, I do have some that are cut. They're not cut. They're kind of like the pieces that are left over that are a little bit bigger. If we run across one that has like a wide end or something that we may need to make a bit bigger, then we have some paper that can do that. So for the first, oh, what did I do with my thing? Oh, it's under here. Okay, so the first color is green, is what I have chosen. You choose whatever you want. Now these papers with the strawberries on them, they are colored on the back as well. So you can use that back color instead, or whatever papers you are using is perfectly fine. You use what you like. I'm just going to, because these cut so small, I'm going to put a small fold on them, and that will make them fit. Okay, so here is number 1. So we're going to hold number 1 down in the center and get that tape down. And my scissors, I haven't taken them out yet. Silly me. Thought I had everything ready. Number 1 goes to about here. So it's right on that black line. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record again, but I'm hoping it helps you. And then put this tape there. Now, where's my other one? Oop, that's not it. Here it is. Number 2 is down here. Now I want that under there. There, that's better. So number 2 is here. And we're going to line it up with the line. Take our tape, put it here. Another piece of tape over here. Oops, did I go? Looks like I took that onto the pattern, and I don't want to do that with my tape because you don't want your tape to show inside your pattern because it just messes it up completely. Now number 3 is along here, so I will fold this one. Now, if you've cut your pieces 5/8 of an inch strip, you're not going to be having to fold such small lines like I am. But number 3 is quite a long one there. So just get it on the line. Tape it down, and then you're going to have to kind of peek underneath to see where it ended and cut just a little bit above it. And then tape it. There. And then here is number 4. Is this going to fit here? Yes, it is. Good. There's number 4. Oops, that's too big. So there's the first round down. Now, this one does not look like a diamond, not, at least not yet. Hopefully it won't. Now for color number 2, which is yellow. We're not done with color 1 because it comes back into play again. So I'm just going to move it up. And color number 2 is yellow. So we're going to, I'm trying to stay on this green mat. Not an easy feat. To fold, and like I said, I know I am folding, but I cut mine too narrow on my cutter, So the last number that we did was 4. So this time in color number 2, the first number is 5, which is right here. So we are going to put number 5 down. Make sure that it's up on the lines. Come on, get on there. Stop shaking hands just for a second, please. Okay. There. I'm going to take my scissors, and the bottom is like right there. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit past the bottom and tape that down. So that covers number 5. Now number 6 is right here. I want to keep that on the line. There, that's better. I think I had my tape dispenser turned the wrong way for me, and it was getting stuck to me each time. There, so tape number 6 ends right here. So I could just leave it, but I'll cut that little piece off and then add this piece of tape here. So we've got number 6 down. Number 7's coming up this way. Trying to make sure I'm still in focus for you so that I can have a flatter surface to fold. There. Okay, so number 7 is here. I'm trying to do this as early today as I can because I would like to do other stuff. I've got other stuff I have to do today, and then I would like to come back on. I would like to get a handle on live if I can, so I'm still fighting with how do I get to go live, and nothing I do seems to work because it keeps saying it can't find a camera, but I'm not using a camera. I'm using a tablet. And I mean, I did it once when I did it with Ian. He kind of talked me, but I had gone through so much before I even talked with Ian. And so now it's like, I thought I had it in that tape that I would remember what I did with him, but I've tried it and it still will not let me go live. So I don't know, maybe I'm not meant to, I don't know, but I'd like to. It would be more fun, I think anyway. Okay, so that was number 7. This is number 8 up here. Now I want to, because my hands are shaking so bad, my neck's now started shaking and my shoulders are getting sore. So this is, I am so tired of all this, and you know, no amount of payout from this car accident is going to take this away from me. So it's going to be with me for the rest of my life, and I keep trying to figure out ways around it, and just not having much luck. When you get hit by a garbage truck, it isn't just a normal car accident, you know, like, I mean, he rear-ended me really good and at a fair clip too, so, and I was stopped. So now we have done up to number 8 in color number 2, but now we go to color number 3. And we're not finished with color number 2. So I'm going to take the pieces for color number 2. I'm going to move them up where I have color 1 because these pieces come back in. So even though this is only doing it with 4 colors, you're getting the idea of what I mean by, okay, 5 colors, 6 colors, whatever. They can change your pattern, something, you know, to completely different. Like you really have to follow that the iris folding pattern, like this thing. You really have to follow this when is done this way because, you know, colors repeat themselves in different sections of the iris fold that you're doing. So now color number 3 is pink. So I'll move the pink over here and fold this up. Please fold your papers the way that I was showing you in other videos, because I just happened to cut mine too thin today. So the first color in pink is number 9. So we are on number 9 here. Make sure it stays on that line. You can even give it an extra little crease down if you like. And number 9 comes right down to here. Where does it go past? It just goes right there. Okay, now let's snip it off right there. Add some tape to the end. And then number 10 is right here. So you see the pattern still kind of goes all the way around. It goes around and around, following in numerical order. That was the word I couldn't think of the other day, trying to tell you to follow the numbers. I went, and numerical order was what I meant, and today it's finally come to me what I was trying to say. So let's get 9 and 10 kind of together there. And I'm going to turn this around. Number 10 comes to, with scissors it's easier, comes to right there. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit past. The reason I cut it a little bit past is because if you cut it right at the spot where it ends, then your tape's going to be showing, and you don't want that. Now, the next one we do is number 11, and it's another long one. I don't know if you guys can see, but Fred's gone to sleep over here. As I was trying to cut things out, he was getting in my way quite a lot and got, you know, thrown over to the couch and down on the floor and told to stay down. So this time when he came up, he just got up and got close. He likes this one little lamp that I have. It's a light that gives you outdoor light, and he loves it because it makes him all nice and warm. So he seems to lay under that one a lot. And a couple times it's actually blocked my light when he's laid under it, but today he's just kind of got his head under there. So, and I shouldn't have just petted him because that just woke him up. We don't want to wake the beast, do we? So the next number is number 12. Yes, number 12. And number 12 is right up here. I need to turn my board here so that you can see. There's number 12. And then turn it this way, and number 12 ends like right there, so I'm just going to cut it off just past and tape across those two. So now what else do we have in color 3? So that's the end of color 3. So we don't need the pink anymore, because those were the only ones that were going to be done in the pink. So now color number 4 is the blue, and I'll get those folded. I wanted to do one with an actual patterned paper so you could see how pretty the patterns can be. If you're not happy with patterns, then, you know, turn them over, use the other side. It's all up to you. So the first number in color 4 is number 13. 13 is right here. So I'll just hold that. Okay, get on the line. And hold that there. And I have to turn it here. And it comes down to right there. So I'm just going to cut it just past. And then tape it. Get my fingers out of the way. And then I'll be able to tape it. The next one in this color is 14. And there. Now 14 ends right there. So I'm just going to cut it just a touch past. Oh, I disturbed the beast, so he turned around and has his back facing me now. Okay, this is not, well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. No, I don't think so. So it's not going to fit there. So the next number is 15. So I promised you I would do one of these every day, so I will do one every day. They may be at different times of the day. I wish I could go live to do them though. It'd be so much more fun. And oops, I moved as I taped. There. No, not there. Okay, let's try again with both shaky hands at the same time and tape. There. It's funny how if you put both your hands down, even though they're both shaking, it seems to counteract the other one somehow. And if I lay my hand down like this and hold it, there's no shaking. Not visible anyway, I should say. And as soon as I lift them up, they go again. And especially with that thumb when I'm trying to do something, it's nuts. It just seems to... It's not connecting with my brain that's telling it to stop it. There we go. So there's number 15 is done. And the next one is number 16, which is right there. Oh, please, baby, don't walk across here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You stay there. The camera's way too low for you today. Okay? Okay, you lay down, be a good boy. Down. Down to the seat. That's a good boy. Okay, so there's number 16. Now, that is the end of color number 4, which was the blue. So we don't need those anymore. So now we go back to, let's see, now we go back to color 1, which was the green. And there. Oh, and you're quite wide. Oh, dearie. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out one of the papers that was wide and fold it, because that's not going to fit on the ones that that did get cut on my machine. So I was fighting a cat and trying to cut at the same time, and so my cuts were not at the right spot because, you know, he was sitting down in front. I was trying to cut, couldn't see around him, and I just was guesstimating. So there's color 17. Now we can go back to the small one for number 18. So went onto the pattern. We don't need that. Oh, come on. Shaky thumbs, gooey. To heck with you. I'm not going to come up. We'll just do it again. I can't get my thumb to take it off. Before I do this, actually, what I want to do here is trim this because it's far too wide to be on there. It's just going to add extra bulk that we don't need. What are you knocking off? Huh? You throwing things? No, wasn't you? You're looking at me like, well, I didn't do it. Oh, is there kids out in the hallway? Did you hear those kids? Yeah. There. Number 18 goes to right about here. And then we're going to go to number 19, which is here. Kids are outside the door, so he's got to go check it out and make sure nobody's getting in. These guys are like guard cats. People walk past our windows because I'm on the ground floor. And one day Fred was sitting in the window when he was just little. And this couple thought he was so cute, so they stopped and they went, "Hi, baby," and they were talking to him and stuff. And Nico came flying out of the bedroom and into the front room window and started hissing at them like crazy. And he was furious, and he was pushing Fred out of the window to back down onto the couch because he thought they were going to hurt Fred, and he was protecting him. And poor Fred, I mean, he was getting attention. He liked it, you know. And poor little guy, he got told, you know, you don't talk to strangers. There he had to come. I knew that if he walked under here, this would do this. I'm going to let him go back. Maybe there. Keep you holding steady. This is his tail saying hi. Oh, look, there's your toy. There's your toy Mommy gave you. Go play with it. You brought it back up here so you'd have it, did you? Was that to hide it from Nico? You were hiding it from Nico? So it was always yours? Okay, so up to number 20. That's the end of using number 1. Now we go back to color number 2, which is the yellow. Is going to cover you. No, so I need to go to a bigger one here too. Here, why don't you take it down there? There. That'll get rid of them for a while. So I'm just going to fold this one in half. Do number 21, which is right here. Turn so that I can cut it off. Add another piece of tape over here. Come on, tape. Work with me. Work with me. There. Now, this is 22, which is still part of color 2. Pardon me. Sip of my coffee and get that frog to go away, hopefully. Better. Okay. And now we do number 23. Where's your toy? Where is it? No, you can't come this way today. You gotta stay over there. We do number 23. And it's just not wide enough, so it's a good thing that I folded this so it would cover the whole thing, because it wasn't getting up into the point, and you don't want that to happen. So there. There. And then number 20, oh, I don't need that bigger one. I can use the smaller ones again. Number 24. There. And now we're down to the iris. So usually what I do, if you've been watching this since I've been putting them up, I take the tape off and then lift it up. This has a piece of tape that went over. We want to get rid of that. And this is the rectangle. So now what we need to do is decide on a color to go into the center. Now we can use one of these colors or one of, like, say, the backs of one of the colors. You can use something shiny, but something shiny isn't always, you know, your best option, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Shiny is good on certain things, and on other things it's not. And in this case, I don't particularly feel that shiny is what we need. I think we just need a plain color. And I don't know. Kind of like the green. Kind of like the pink too. I have the pink here, so let's try this again. See which one I like better, because there's not much pink in it. There is a fair amount of green in it. How does the yellow look? Let's see, did I try that? Oh, yellow is the center, so yeah, we don't want to use the yellow. And there's not much blue, so you could use the blue, but I think I'm going to use the pink. Where am I? No, I think I'll use the blue. There's not that much blue in the whole thing. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this down this way. Get off my finger. And then, let's see, how far does that go? There. Now really all you need is the 2 for your iris fold. Usually it's not this big, but when it is this big, I like to do the sides as well, just to make sure that it stays in place. And there. So there's our strawberry iris fold, and it's done on a cream colored paper. And like I said, you could, you know, cut out a strawberry if you want, put it in the center, or you could put bling in the center, you could put a flower in the center, you could put anything you want there. I think today I'm just going to leave it plain and let your imaginations go wild. So I'm going to go and I'm going to upload this one now, so that it, you know, uploads and you get it today, because it's already, what is it here? It's 1:26 here already. So by the time I go through the upload process, it's like, here I thought I had come on so early, but it wasn't, I guess, or it just took me a little longer to do it. Now take your tape off the back of this and just stick it to your board for tomorrow. And then this you're going to put with this, And you're going to put with this, and you're going to put it back in your file so that you don't lose this, because who knows, I might trick you and do the same one a second time. Who knows, I just might do it differently. Now if you want, now that I will put this rectangle pattern up on my Facebook page, and if you want to try to do this with magazine pages, with painty papers, whatever. I did hear from one girl who said she likes the plain papers. Well, these are the origami papers as well. They just have a pattern on them. A lot of the origami papers do have patterns on them, and I was going back and forth between plain and I thought, no, we've done enough plain ones. Let's do something with a bit of pattern in it, and that way you can see the difference. So I hope that this is showing well to you down where I have it this time. You know, I brought my tablet down as far as I could get it so that you would be able to watch it closer. Now if I can manage to get it down any closer later, I will, but that seemed to be as far as I could get it at the time I was getting this ready. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. And like I said, you can make a card out of this. You can add it to a journal page. If you have paper with bunnies on it or anything like that, doesn't matter what it is, use it. Use any type of paper. I was actually I just looked up and saw a thing I have here, excuse my reach, of washi tape, and I'm wonder how that would work. But you know, it would make the back of it sticky. Wonder if it's worth a try, because it's just 10 sheets of washi, so I could cut them in 5/8 strips and see. I wonder, maybe that might be, see, even something like that, you know, your mind just goes berserk and you start thinking of everything. So give anything that you've got a try. Wrapping paper, birthday paper, Christmas paper, anything. Give it a shot and see how it turns out. If you've got origami paper, great. Then go ahead, and if you've got this strawberry pattern, do it. And if you don't, use different origami paper. Use plain origami paper. It doesn't matter. This is just a different shape for you to do. So far we've done the oval, the diamond, the dress, and now we've done this one, and I thought there was another one, but I can't think of what it was. So this is the rectangle, and you can use whatever you like with it, and please post them on the group page. I'm dying to see what you're doing and how you're doing, and if you've got any questions, post them there and I'll do my best to answer. Like I said, all this stuff seems so easy to me because I did it years ago over and over and over again. So I'm trying now to think up different ways to do it, to make it more interesting for you. Maybe one of the things that we'll do is actually make them into a card, and you can get the idea of what they look like on a card. Maybe tomorrow what I'll do is make sure I have a couple card bases out here. They're over there, so I don't want to try and just leave and go get them. So anyway, I'll say goodbye for now, and so will Fred. He's holding my hand, and I think he does that because he's a therapy cat, and he knows my hand's shaking, and yet when he puts his paws on me, my hands stop. So it's like a reassurance, I guess. He feels better and I feel better because my hand has stopped shaking. It's not shaking. It is a little bit, but nowhere near what it was. And that's how they help me, both of them. And there's sometimes when I've been really, really sick where the two of them just kind of lock me into bed. They sleep on the edge of the bed so that I can't get out and I'm trapped. And they do it on the couch too. So they pinned me down, one between my legs and one right in front of me, so there's no possible way of moving. So, but anyway, well, anyway, give this one a try. This is a new one, the rectangle. I will go and post that onto my Facebook, and I will get this uploaded so that you can see this video. And I'm still trying to go live, and I don't know what it is. I mean, it seems like it's supposed to be so simple. Everybody keeps saying, just push live. And I was like, well, I've done that, and it's just not doing anything. And, you know, there's like 3 different types of lives. There's like go live in the red up by the camera where you go to click to upload a video. There's also a go live there. I've tried that. Nothing. Tried the other 2, nothing. I just don't know. And the other one, I've downloaded OS, which apparently Ian was saying I didn't need to do because I have a tablet. I don't need that. That's for when I have a webcam. Well, I don't have a webcam. I just have my tablet. So I just need to figure out how to make my tablet go live when I want it to. Like if I turn it on and hit go live someplace where it's nice and easy and it just goes live for me, I'll be the happiest girl on earth. So anyway, have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is where you are. And don't forget that Country Girl Scrapping gives you permission to tell everybody that creative clutter is way better than idle neatness. So if your desk is a mess like mine is, tell them you have my permission to let it stay that way. You only need to clean it once a week or so anyway, you know, just because you're going to keep doing things. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. And Fred says goodbye, and he's trying to grab my arm to make me go off here. So bye-bye. I'll talk to you again.